when the IPL got cancelled in March, I was on call with you and constantly bugging you saying, what do you think? Will it happen? Will it happen? Will it happen? Finally, it's happening. Your first thoughts. Hello and welcome to this very special show, Free Hit. We are celebrating the IPL here on Gulf News, and today somebody who's the face in many ways of Indian sport. I mean, JSW has done incredible to improve Indian sport over the years. Currently, the owner and the face of the Delhi Capitals team, someone who's a deep passion, whose passion is almost infectious for sport. He's done tremendous work for Olympic sport and someone I consider a very dear friend. Welcome, Parth Jindal, to this show. First things first, Parth, when the IPL got cancelled in March, I was on call with you and constantly bugging you saying, what do you think? Will it happen? Will it happen? Will it happen? Finally, it's happening. Your first thoughts.
No, it's incredible. I think the IPL is exactly what the country needs at the moment. Obviously, we're in the grips of a very severe pandemic, but I think, we have to all come out of this. And they always say, every doctor who you talk to will always say that positivity is infectious and positivity is needed to fight any disease. And I think the IPL will inject that positivity into the economy and into all of us. And, I'm thrilled that the IPL is happening, and, give big kudos to the BCCI under Saurav and to the government for allowing the IPL to happen in Dubai, in the UAE. And, I just can't wait, counting down the days now.
Absolutely. I mean, I was actually having a chat with Sunil Gavaskar and I asked him this. I said, Sunny bhai, there's so many people who criticize the IPL. Unfortunately, the IPL is not simply about the stars. There's a whole industry, there's a whole ecosystem behind it.
The IPL has become, a full-fledged business. It's an integral part of so many people's lives and livelihoods. From journalists to sportsmen, to advertisers, to agencies, to marketers, everyone depends a lot on IPL. It's a very important part of the calendar for many reasons. For sport, of course, for journalism, of course, but even for advertising and in turn for the economy. So, it's a great thing that it's happening. A lot of money was at stake for everybody. For Star Sports, for BCCI, for all of us franchise owners. It also shows how serious we are as a country for sport and how serious we are about sport, because globally all major leagues have resumed. And It would have been a real shame if the Indian Premier League, which is our premier sporting property, did not take place. But it speaks volumes of our ambition as a sporting nation that it's happening, and to see the kind of response everyone is given IPL, it's truly shows how far the league has come from a fledgling league in 2008 till now. It's amazing how big this has become.
If you don your team owner hat of the Delhi Capitals, Parth, how are you look? Last year you guys came close. You were real close, but your team was playing well. But this year, don your from the auction, I know you were happy, but give me a sense of where the team is. They're in Dubai, they're there. Give me a sense of how it is all shaping up for the Delhi Capitals.
I think from last year to this year, I feel like we have strengthened our squad. If you look at the kind of trades we have made, bringing in Ravichandran Ashwin into the team, bringing in Ajinkya Rahane into the team. These are two top Indian players and two top IPL players and performers.
Yes.
So the fact that two captains, one the former Kings 11 captain and the former Rajasthan Royals captain, both chose Delhi Capitals, speaks volumes about our ambition. I think beyond that, we strengthened our middle order. Last year, if Rishabh Pant or Shreyas Iyer got out early, Delhi would collapse and, we would find it very difficult to close out games. This year, bringing in the likes of Shimron Hetmyer, bringing in the likes of Alex Carey, bringing in the likes of Marcus Stoinis, I think we've strengthened our middle order substantially. And then when you look at our bowling, last year when Kagiso Rabada, who had a phenomenal IPL, left us during the playoffs due to the World Cup, again, our team fell apart and Mahendra Singh Dhoni took us to the cleaners in that playoff game. So I think this year with the likes of Anrich Nortje, with the likes of, obviously Mohit Sharma and Ishant Sharma. We have strengthened our bowling, fast bowling as well. So overall, I think, we have a much more complete squad, and it's a great thing that Ricky Ponting is going to have a lot on his plate. He's going to find it very difficult to select the 11. And that's always a great problem to have. And as an owner or as management, that's what we can do. We can give the head coach and the captain the best squad that they can possibly have, and then let them pull their hair out to figure out who is in the 11.
Beautifully said. Before I ask you a lot more, but one very personal question. You'll miss Saurav. You'll miss Dada. He's your friend. Come on, talk about that. I mean, I know, and he joined Delhi Capitals at your behest, and all of us know that this is a deep personal bond. How much will you meet Saurav Ganguly?
Oh my God! On one hand, Saurav is like family. He's been a mentor to me, like an older brother to me. He is my absolute hero. When I look back at my childhood and I look back at one of the most influential people in my childhood, I would say it is Saurav Ganguly. When I had the first opportunity to meet him in 2007, I literally started crying because I couldn't believe that I was meeting him. In my college room, on one side of my college room, I had a flag of India. And on the other side, I had a photograph of Saurav Ganguly with his famous cover drive, So he means a lot to me. JSW coming into cricket has Saurav to thank. Saurav actually was the one who got in touch with us and said that GMR Group and Kiran Rao are looking at a partner. And Saurav was the one who actually, made the deal happen. When he decided to join Delhi Capitals as our mentor last season, it was a huge moment for all of us. It was a big honor for us to have him. And the kind of positivity he brought to the squad, the kind of fire that he brought to the squad, and the kind of respect he brought to the squad, really symbolizes what he was as a captain and what he is as an administrator. When he called me and said, I'm got selected as the BCCI president, I won't be able to be with Delhi. I was very disappointed and very sad, but I know that deep down inside his heart, Delhi Capitals is a very integral part. And whenever his stint with the BCCI or later the ICC or wherever he goes, whenever it comes to an end, the door at Delhi Capitals will always be wide open for him. And we can't wait to get him back. The squad is going to miss him deeply. I was talking to Rishabh Pant and Shikhar Dhawan, and they were both, very, very, sad that Dada won't be in the dugout. Ajinkya Rahane and Ashwin, one of the big reasons they chose Delhi Capitals was because of Dada and because of the calls Dada made to them. So they were also saying that, he's not with us, but he's with us, but he's not with us. So we'll miss him. The moment last year when Dada did the fist pump and did the roar, that really symbolizes him as a leader. He's infectious. But I think Shreyas and Ricky, we've all learned a lot from Dada. Dada's also, brought a lot to our strategy over the years. And we'll miss him, but we know he's with us.
You are a leader, Parth. I mean, and you are not a leader simply in terms of business. I have seen you evolve into a leader of society. What your company, what you have done for the country in terms of during the pandemic, the amount of help you have given is unbelievably good. So we celebrate you for that as well. If I ask Parth Jindal, the leader, how have you seen Shreyas Iyer evolve? I have seen in him a real true leader for the future. Do you agree with me? How have you seen him evolve in the last 1.5, 2 years?
No, absolutely. I think, that fated day when Gautam Gambhir stepped down from the captaincy of Delhi Daredevils in 2018, we all were actually, there was a little bit of panic in the dressing room as well as amongst the management that, why has Gauti stepped down? And what are we going to do now? We were, I think, 6 games in, 5 losses, 1 win, and in stepped Shreyas Iyer. And Ricky said that Shreyas is the right choice. we must entrust him with the job. And he's a wonderful player. He's a sure starter in our 11. And this is the time to back Shreyas Iyer. Kiran and I had a deep discussion about it. Obviously, Kiran and the GMR group have to take a lot of credit for that decision. They backed Shreyas Iyer when he was an unknown entity in 2015, and they stuck with him through the years. When Kiran said, we're giving the captaincy to Shreyas, we all had our doubts. But the way in those 8 games, the way Shreyas marshaled the troops, and it's not easy to be, standing at the tops with a Mahendra Singh Dhoni or with a Virat Kohli or with a Rohit Sharma, with all these stalwarts of the game who are legends in their own right. And at that time, Shreyas hadn't even cemented his place in the Indian team. So it was a big step up for him. But, youth, we all have youth on our side, and the confidence and exuberance of youth was there for all to see, whether it was his big necklaces, whether it was his rap, whether it was his upside down cap. He brought a new energy to the franchise. He, along with Prithvi Shaw, the shenanigans they had on social media, it brought cool and it brought swag into the team, which really was very nice to see. He has strong belief in his own ability, and we saw that in the IPL in last season, marshalling the troops. We were joint first in the league stage. We lost out on net run rate, and then in the playoffs he did a fantastic job. So I think, and obviously since last year till now, he's had another year of international cricket under him.
He's now a very good year, and a very good year.
Very good year. He's chomping at the bits to get a test call up now. That's what we discussed. I met him last week, and he said, my dream is to play test match cricket for India.
Lovely.
And I'm looking forward to an opportunity there. I said, what else is your dream? He said, my other dream is to win the IPL.
Win the IPL. Yeah, I was about to say that.
So I said, that's what I want to hear. So I'm a big believer in his ability, and I'm very happy with the choice, and can't wait to see what he does this season.
You create a team also for the fans, because Delhi, you have serious fandom in that city, people supporting you, people supporting the franchise. They will miss out this year, can't go to the stadiums, etc., etc. But you will still play for the fans, right? It is still about them. I mean, at the back of your mind, whether it is fan engagement through LED boards and technology or whatever it is. I mean, Delhi Capitals will still be playing for the Delhi Capitals fans. A word on that.
Absolutely. I think the fans are why we exist. And the fans make us who we are. It's very, very clear. Last year, when I had just started getting involved with the franchise, I remember the Kotla, and I remember how polarized the Kotla used to be. When a Virat Kohli would come with his RCB into Delhi, entire stadium, Boria, I kid you not, would be cheering for Kohli. And when Dhoni would come, the entire stadium would be yellow. So last year, there was a tipping point. There was a turning point where we were able to connect more with our fans. That super over when Kagiso Rabada got Andre Russell clean bowled middle stump cartwheeling out of the.
I was at commentary. I remember that.
That changed Delhi, and that changed the fans' belief in Delhi. And we saw after that the kind of blue wave in the stadium. The DC Toli became alive, who are our ultra fans. They traveled with the team. In a way, this season is a slight dampener. We had a lot of momentum that we had built up, a lot of excitement in Delhi to watch the new team this year. But at the end of the day, we are going to do everything to engage with our fans. This team is for every single Delhiite. This team is for every single Northern Indian who supports it. IPL has never been won by a Northern Indian team, barring Rajasthan Royals in the first season.
Correct. First year, yeah.
So we have to bring the trophy back to the north. That's the dream, and that's the vision for this season.
Before your team assembles, two of your people have spiced it up. An interesting, healthy discussion going on there. Mankading, yes or no? Ravichandran Ashwin, Ricky Ponting. For example, if there is a rule, and by the way, as a historian of the sport, Bill Brown was warned by Vinubhai in 1947-48. So he was well within the rules, as was Ash. So in that sense, if there is a rule, Ash played by the rules. What's your personal take? And this has created quite a flutter on social media. The good thing to see is tremendous mutual respect. Having said that, what's your take as Team Owner?
It wouldn't be right for me to comment on this, because a lot has already been written about it. A lot has already been said. And this has thrown the cricketing world into, it has split the cricketing world completely. I, for one, believe that there is something, there are rules for a reason. And what happened last season with Butler was very important. It's a very important thing for the sport. If you look at what separated India from winning the World Cup, last year, it was Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He was run out by this much.
1 inch,
right?
yeah.
If he, 1 inch. If he had taken that 1 inch forward during the bowler's run up, then maybe he would have been in, and maybe India would have beaten New Zealand and gone in to play England in the final. What separated CSK from losing the final to Mumbai Indians in the IPL? Mahendra Singh Dhoni by this much again, right? So there are rules for a reason. People must follow the rules. Having said that, what happened last year is great. Now every batsman will think twice before doing something, and that's the way it should be. And there should be mutual respect. There should be.
I think you've answered it brilliantly.
There should be respect.
I think you've answered it brilliantly.
No, there should be respect. Boria, I believe there should be respect. You must adhere to spirit of the game, but at the same time, spirit of the game means follow the rules. And whether I would do what Ash did, that's $1 million question. It takes a lot of courage to do what Ravichandran Ashwin did. I salute him for what he did, but at the same time, it's a very sore topic, and one must, the two captains should talk before a match and say, hey, buddy, if your batsman is out of the crease, don't blame me if I do something. It should be equal for both teams.
You have spoken from the perspective of a statesman, and that is what I appreciate. Final words, bio bubble, no fans after such a long wait. Incredible that the tournament is happening. Can't wait for it to begin. All said and done, Parth Jindal, wish you tremendous strength in being able to pull it off. Final thoughts. The tournament is just days away. Bio bubble, you will be in that thing. How tough will it be? You can't meet your players as and when. You have to sort of be in that little zone. Will it be mentally challenging? How are you looking at all of this?
It will be a very different IPL. It will be, I've been watching the CPL on television, and it's a different ball game altogether, playing in front of empty crowds, etc. I'm looking at the positives, right? Like, we are so fortunate to have live sport back. These players are so fortunate to do what they love the most, and that's play cricket. It's a wonderful achievement by all concerned to stage this grand tournament in the UAE. So it's definitely going to be difficult. I'm going to be having to interact with both Ricky and Shreyas over Zoom. It will require discipline, and they always say athletes are always the most disciplined people in society. So it is only them who can live away from their families for so many days, live in one hotel room, however grand the hotel room is, it is not home. It's not easy, but they have this wonderful opportunity to do what they love, and that's play cricket. I'm excited. I'm going to be in Dubai. I'm not going to be in the bubble, but just be there, support them, cheer them on, and cheer on more than Delhi. I want to cheer on the IPL. I think
that's so well. I'll finish on that. I mean, Parth Jindal saying he'll cheer on for the IPL, and I think that's where he's resonating the views of 1.3 billion Indians who want positivity and optimism and a different sea, not corona, but cricket to come back to their lives. Different numbers, not the number of infections and the number of recoveries, but runs, run rate and scoring rates. So we want different numbers to come back to our lives. Parth Jindal, you've made it happen. As franchise owner, you've made it happen, and you stand for all of this. So more power to you, more strength to you when you're in Dubai. Trust you me, I'll bug you more you've got to come back to this show and the others I do, because you're someone I love to have with me all the time. So pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for being part of Free Hit. As I said, look forward to many more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.